Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. During December, I purchased quite a few palettes because I wanted to take advantage of some of the sales that they were having. Ebates was having huge rebates on like 10%, 17%, and I wanted to take advantage of all of that. So, of course, I had to buy some eyeshadow palettes. You know how that goes. I didn't want to talk about them until I tried them and I could really let you know what I really enjoyed, what I didn't. Right now I don't have anything that I didn't enjoy, but I did want to share with you the palettes that I have been using that I think are true winners. I have one huge winner, but I'm going to leave that one for last because I'll probably talk more about that one than any of the other palettes. I want to start off with Viseart because they were having a huge sale, and these palettes are probably about, I think they're $80 a piece. The sale that I got them for, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they were $50 a piece. You had to buy two and got them for $100 or $120, something like that. If you like matte shadows, I think that you would really, really like these. I purchased the Cool Mattes, which is this palette. And these you can take out of the pan and you could just put them into a Z palette. Very pigmented. Goes right there with the Viseart quality. They work beautifully, they last, they are so blendable, and every shade is just beautiful. I love these. If you just like matte palettes, then these are really the palettes for you. This is a neutral matte palette. One of the nice things, besides that, all the good things about Viseart, is that you can use these palettes, it doesn't matter which one. You can use it as a companion to one of your other palettes. For example, I have the one from Jouer that is all shimmers. So I pair it up with one of these Viseart palettes, but you don't even need to do that. You can certainly just use these palettes. If you enjoy neutrals, this is truly worth the investment because that's what it is. It's an investment. You have lots of product here, and yes, you can get probably with another palette, you can get something a little bit less expensive, but I think that for the quality, the amount of product that you're getting, I don't think any other brand is going to beat Viseart with that. I absolutely love them. The other palette that I purchased during the holidays was the one by Dominique Cosmetics. It's the Berries and Cream palette. I have her other palette, the Latte. I'm sure you've seen these palettes before. I really enjoyed this palette. It really became one that I would use quite often. I haven't had any problems with any of the shades in here, as I haven't with any of the shades in the Latte palette. I really like this one because you have pops of colors, you have some neutrals. It's really an all-in-one palette as far as I'm concerned. I love this. And I love supporting the young YouTuber Dominique Cosmetics. I think that the shades are absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. Just beautiful, true to the shade in the pan. I'm just going to swatch three just so you can get an idea. They all, as far as I'm concerned, they all swatch exactly the same. But they have great pigmentation, great blendability, also pair up well with some other palettes, but you have a nice combination here of shimmers and mattes. This is a little palette. I have the Born to Run palette, and I love that palette. It's a big palette, so it's a little bit more difficult if you're traveling with. And for Christmas, Mary sent me this one from Urban Decay, and this is the On the Run, and this is the Detour palette. I absolutely love this palette. You have your this blue shade right here is gorgeous. You have some neutral shades, you have a little bit of warmer shades, and then you have a couple of shimmers. This is gorgeous, just gorgeous. If you don't want to spend the money on the big Born to Run palette, these are, I think, about $25, and they look beautiful. Here are two of the shades from that palette. Gorgeous. You really don't need anything else. I had to go away for a weekend, and that's the palette that I took. Thank you, Mary. I think it's gorgeous, and I loved it so much that I went and I purchased this one, and this is Veil Out. Of course, I had to get the one with the purple in it. Also, really pretty palette, and you have neutrals, and then your pop of color here is your purple. Beautiful, beautiful purple, which is not an easy shade to achieve from what I've seen in some of the other palettes, but Urban Decay did a great job with that one. I love Zoeva palettes. I have their blush palette, which is probably one of my favorite blush palette, and when I show it to you, you're probably going to think, really? You're probably going to say, really, Marlene, that's your favorite palette? Because it's just neutrals. But to me, it's just perfect. It's perfection. I love this blush palette. These are not pricey palettes by any means. I think this one runs about $18, and I think their eyeshadow palettes are about $27. I had a 30% off coupon when I purchased my Zoevas during Christmas, or they sent out a 30%. If you are subscribed to their website, you'll get these emails that say we're having, and they don't bombard you with a bunch of emails, but I think it's truly worth to have because I found out about their sale. And my first Zoeva palettes, I have 2 or 3 other Zoeva palettes. My brother had bought those to me when he was in London, and then I purchased a couple of other ones. These shadows are gorgeous. This first one that I'm going to show you is the Eclectic Eyes. I have been wanting this palette. Beautiful. The quality here is absolutely amazing. I have made some incredible looks with this palette. It's perfection. It's just perfection. I love them. Here are 3 shades from the Eclectic palette, and it also has a couple of mattes here, which are these 2 shades right here, and everything else. Well, you have a, what is this called, a duochrome, and then you have some of the shimmers. Beautiful, just beautiful. You have neutrals, you have pops of colors. What can I say? Perfection. Could you tell that I love palettes? Yes, I love palettes. All right, the next one that I want to show you is also from Zoeva, and this is the Cafe palette. This is another one that I have been eyeing, so I was really happy when I saw that these were on sale. I have been wanting this palette for such a long time, and I'll show you why. I really wanted that green shade right there, and then it has, and I love coffee, so, and this shade right here, and look at this one. Once again, you have your matte. I love that Zoeva does this. You have your neutral shades that you have for your crease, and you don't have to go anywhere else to search for it. Let me swatch that green so you could see. Oh my gosh. Well, I love green. This is like, it's probably more in the tune of a yellow green, maybe. This has some pretty mauves in it as well. Okay. These are 3 of the shades from the Cafe palette. Love them. Once again, and these palettes that I'm sharing with you, I'm not going to share any palettes with you that either are not long lasting or are not blendable or not highly pigmented. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to show you, I purchased a few others, but I'm not going to share them with you right now until I give them a bit more try. I've also purchased a few palettes that I have yet to try, and I just wanted to come on here and let you know what I have been using, what I think has really worked, in case you're in the market for an eyeshadow palette. This one that I'm going to show you is the Premier palette, and this one I had also been eyeing for quite a while. Again, with the green or that yellow gold shade. I could just sit in here and just play with shadows. I really could. I feel like a kid in a candy store. Absolutely stunning. Okay, and these are from the Premier palette. You don't have to dig really hard into them. They are very user-friendly. They're very blendable. You don't have to have any special brushes or anything. I believe these are made in Italy, and the owner is a woman named Zoe, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just check and see where they're made. Okay, they're made in Germany, but I believe that she started off in Italy, and we don't have any place that I know of here in the States that sells them. So I usually buy them either from the Zoeva website. Beauty Bay has them as well. And the nice thing about Beauty Bay is that they sell to Canada, they ship to Canada, they ship to the US, and they ship to the UK. Beautiful. If you are looking for a palette that is not over the top expensive, I mean, these are in the $25 range. I think that the quality that you get for that $25, it cannot be beat. If I were living in the UK, oh my gosh, I would have every single collection from Zoeva. The last one that I want to talk to you about has to be my all-time favorite. I have bombarded Instagram with all of these with my shadows. Autumn Rain, Michelle sent me this one for Christmas. Thanks, Michelle. I love this. This is by Sydney Grace. If you have bought Makeup Geek, if you have purchased ColourPop, and you know those shades, $5, $6, and they're beautiful, especially the ColourPop, they are over the top. Her shadows are absolute perfection. They are right up there with any brand. I'll compare this to any brand that is out there that charges 10 times as much as what her shadows are. This is, the first one I'm going to show you is the Autumn Rain palette. This is the Autumn Rain. I'll swatch a few shades so you can see the perfection here. I don't even know. There are no words really for these incredible shades. It doesn't matter if they're mattes. It doesn't matter if they're shimmers. It doesn't matter if they're her cream shadows. It doesn't matter. They are pigmented, blendable, just absolutely gorgeous. I have been reaching for this palette over and over and over again. Here are just a few of the shades from this palette. Aren't they just beautiful? And if you choose to go with this palette, if you enjoy pops of color, you do have nice mattes here that you can use for your crease, that you can use for your outer V if that's what you want to do. And there are shimmers that are amazing. And one thing that I wanted to mention is that these are made in the US and they are owned by a woman. Her name is Heather. I don't know anything about the company. I just know that she's out of California. I don't know if she has a warehouse. I don't know anything about her. I just know that I have fallen in love with her shadows. I have placed 2 orders and I have my cart filled again. Her matte shadows run in the range of about $5 a piece, and her shimmers are about $6 a piece. Yeah, $6, which is right there with ColourPop and Makeup Geek. But these are I don't know, 10 times better. So pigmented, so beautiful, so long lasting. What else can I possibly tell you? Here are some of the shades. In case you don't follow me on Instagram, I'm gonna swatch some of these for you. Like I said, it doesn't matter. It does not matter if you are into mattes. It doesn't matter if you just prefer the shimmers. If you want good quality shadows and just pay $5 or $6, you will not be disappointed with these because they are absolutely amazing. I'm just gonna swatch a few of them. I am enthralled with them. I can't say enough. That's what I'm wearing on my eyes today, by the way. All right, here are some of the shades that I have purchased. All right, here we go. I think that the camera should be picking it up. Aren't they beautiful? They're stunning. Absolutely stunning. If you don't know Sydney Grace, head over to her website. It's sydneygrace.com and check out her shadows. And the website is so easy to navigate because she has it separated into mattes and shimmers and cream shadows and discontinued. I think that one day we're going to end up paying a heck of a lot more for Sydney Grace because her quality is so superb. All right, those are the palettes that I have purchased, that I have used, and that I wanted to share with you. I hope that this has been informative in case you are looking for an eyeshadow palette. If you've purchased some new eyeshadow palette and you feel like, okay, Marlene, you absolutely have to have this in your collection, please let me know. I would love to hear from you. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. And don't forget, ladies, follow your passion, whatever it may be. I'll see you next time. Bye.